Hello all, it's Madcap from Otaku Scalextric here, and today I'm going to show you a quick video demonstrating some new track cleaners that we've got, which are the Hi-Spec Double Decker track cleaning pack. So you get 3 big chunky track cleaners with this pack. You get them in the 60 grit, a 120 grit and a 240 grit, and you obviously work from the lowest grit up to get the fine polish. Now, some of you may have track you've had in the loft, garage, so on and so forth, or maybe like us, you went out and bought some track at a car boot sale and it's not the greatest of conditions. You know, this track that I have here, as I said, one of the we got from a car boot sale. Hopefully the camera can pick that up, but it's a wee bit tarnished. It's not brilliant. Cars run on it, but we found that the digital ones do tend to throw a hissy fit. Also, with this corner piece here, I deliberately wet it and left it out. Just get the camera to focus on that. So that we had a nice bit of rust coming on there as well. For the ultimate worst case scenario. You know, you've gone away on holiday, your track's set up in a shed, there's been a huge storm, ripped the roof off, it's poured rain in there for the last 3 days, and you suddenly find yourself coming back and your track looks like it's ruined. What we wanted to see was whether or not these track cleaners could save the day and also save you a fair chunk of money instead. So, what do you get with the track cleaning kit? You get, I said, these 3 different grades of grit block, starting with the 60 grit, the 120 grit, and the 240. And literally all you do is you just pop them onto the track, stick the little nub in there down the centre, and put a little bit of elbow grease in, not too much is needed, and you'll start bringing them out to a nice shine. The initial run over of the 60 grit just helps remove the worst of it. Still looks a bit tarnished compared, but it's only the starting point. Just quickly do this side. Now I've been doing several pieces of the track that we got before I actually did this video for you, and I really can't fault them at all. We have used before the full multi-pack that they had, which was a similar thing, but the blocks themselves were a bit smaller, and I found them a bit of a pain to keep hold of whilst you're trying to brush around the track. But this new double decker pack, thicker blocks, easier to get hold of. They still have the slight problem of if you're not going straight down the track, you will take the little nubbin off, but that is a very minor quibble, because as long as it cleans the main track head, that's the most important thing. The nubbin was more of a little bit of a helpful guide along the track. So here I am tackling it with the 120 grit. Deliberately leaving off doing the top track of the corner piece, this bit here, as I want to tackle that later. I just want to show you just getting your standard tarnish off from unused track. Stuff that you've had stored in a garage or so on and so forth over the winter, and summer rolls round and you get your track out and you want to have a race in the garden again and oh, it's all tarnished, it won't work right. And finally finish up with the 240 for a nice smooth polish, nice and shiny. The only thing I have found is to take it slightly easy going over the digital points here, just because they tend to, if you're not careful, take chunks out of your block. I mean, you can still polish with them, just don't press down like a maniac. Right, piece out, and then I can show the camera. Now hopefully you can see, focus, you can see that that has come up rather nicely. All that's left is a quick brush over to get rid of all the grit, but it's all cleaned. But will it tackle this rusty bit here? The worst case scenario, I've left it and it's got water damage and it's now turned rusty. Let us find out. Now I tried running a little car over it earlier. I said it runs, but as soon as it hits this bit here, it's very intermittent. So that's what I'm going to go see if I can sort out now. Right, again, start off with the 60. Let's tackle this corner and see if we can remove that rust. A little bit more elbow grease required for this, but as I said, this is a worst case scenario. This isn't something you like to get under normal circumstances. I deliberately had left this outside for several days, kept putting water on it each day to make sure that it would have some rust on there. As I said, the ultimate and worst case scenario is that your track has been exposed to the elements for reasons whatever, and you want to clean it up to save you having to buy the track again. And all initial reports on this say yes. That's just with the 60 grit. I haven't even tackled it with the others yet, and already we're looking at a fine finish. Has it been any harder than doing it normally? Very minor, I'd say. Just a little bit extra on it to give it that little bit more of a clean, but apart from that, I won't say there's any more effort in there really. You know, and considering that I'd cleaned it up with the other two blocks just as easily, because I got rid of the worst of it on there, I'd say yes, a worthwhile investment to get hold of. Nice, easy to use, chunky, so you're not going to have to try and fiddle around with them. And I said, the three blocks that you get help bring your track up wonderfully. And if you're like us and you run events, you probably only need to really use the final two grits every so often, just to make sure that your track's all ready for your event. So yes, I would highly recommend these. There's a link I'm going to post at the bottom. I'm also going to try and post one if I can get YouTube to work. It'd be somewhere on screen here. And yes, I do highly recommend that you pick these up if you're definitely serious about having your track spick and span every time. Couldn't go wrong with these. Anywho, I hope this video has been informative for you. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you sometime. Bye.